Hello there. So today I wanted to go with you on how to implement pagination using React Query. For that, most specifically, we're going to use the useInfiniteQuery hook. And to have an idea of what I wanted it to look like in the end, here we have a count of 6 unseen notifications. Let's maybe increment this to something more, let's say 15 unseen notifications. Cool. And I wanted to show like 10 plus. I don't want to know that had there are like 1,000 notifications to be seen. 10 plus is enough to get the user stressed. Um, and then here's the full list of notifications. Here I only have, I think was 46 of them. So notification dot count, yeah, 46. Cool. So let's make it show only 10 of them and then show a button at the bottom that says show more, and then you click it and it goes all the way down to the 46. Okay, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna close everything here and we're gonna get started. So here we have 0 changes. And so first thing I would do is to implement the backend part of it. Why is that? In the notifications controller, there's no support for pagination for now, as you can see from the comment. So since we're using Rails, you can, if you don't know how to uh, look for a best gem, a very good thing to do is you go to Ruby Toolbox, and here you can see like temperature per gem, and it's categorized. There are many different categories. You've seen that I just searched for pagination Ruby toolbox, and here you go, Caminari. Caminari is the one that I'm gonna use, and so let's go with that. So very quickly for the backend part, here I'm gonna add the gem Caminari, and what else? Then we need to run bundle install. And with that, we should have the dependency installed. We can restart the server while we're on it. And then we can implement the backend part. So the interface of Caminera is pretty straightforward. Here you can add a per to specify how many you want per page. It probably comes with a default, and I think it's 25, but why 25? I don't know. I don't like 25. So let's make it, I don't know, let's say 20. And page is going to be the params page. And let's say 1 by default. Okay. Good practice here, if you want, would be to say that page is 20 and then reuse the per page here. And I would probably extract this into a private method just so that is it is more easily readable here. And so if we go to our front end and we refresh, it should show only 20 items. And that's what we have here. If you don't trust me, I can inspect it here and you can see 20 items. What next? Then, well, we have the 20 items shown here, but we want to be able to load more of them. So first of all, I'm gonna add the button to the bottom of the notifications page. So here at the bottom, we're gonna say that we have a button and it's gonna say show more. Cool. Let's just make it full sized. Nice. And we're gonna want to hide it based on a certain condition. We can do it later. But for now, we want to describe what it needs to do And here's the something like fetch next page, which I think is exactly the name of the fetch next page. Yeah, so useInfiniteQuery exposes a function, fetch next page, which is gonna go fetch the next page, which means increase the page, pick the next page param that you specified through this, and go fetch the data and then inject it into the cache entry that already exists. So it's all using the same query key. Okay. So fetch next page is something that is going to be exposed by our use notifications index, and the use notifications index is here. We're currently using use query. We're going to change it to use infinite query. And infinite query has two things that are going to change for us compared to the use query we had before. First of them is that it's going to take a page param. We're going to set it to default to 1. And we're going to want to pass the page param to our backend through the URL here. Okay. And then we need to tell React Query what is the next page param. And here we're going to have access to two things. Here you have the last page and all pages. Okay. I'm going to use a trick that I find it simple enough and it works most of the time. I'm going to say that let's just going to start with a simple way to implement this. Okay. So if the last page has items, so if it has items, then I want all pages length plus 1. Yeah, okay. Or undefined, exactly. Yeah. So if my last page has at least one item, then I want to my next page param to be the number of pages plus 1. The problem with that is then after, like, once you get to the whole bottom of your list, you're gonna still have to click once again, show more before the buttons appear. So the little trick I like to do here is just say all pages equals r per page. All pages, no, not all pages, last page length. So if in the last page we still have the 10 or 20 elements that you said, so let's say this, which is what we said in the controller. So here, if the controller returned 20, then there's probably another page. And that's it. Otherwise, there's no other page and we're good. So now, let's see, it exposes a has next page also that we're going to be able to use here for our button. So we're going to, if we have next page, we're still going to show the button. And then this is also something that changes here. So data is not just the data anymore. Now it has a pages. Wow, love Copilot. Data has pages here. So we're just gonna, can't I just flat pages, not flat map, just flat. Notifications, data, pages, flat. So here we have the notifications length. Yeah, that should be good. Well, okay, it's not good. What's the issue? Notifications filter. Okay, the nav bar. So the nav bar, we still have an issue because we use this. I'm just gonna copy and paste from the notifications page exactly what we did here. So there you go. Cool. It shows 15 here. 15 is the number of notifications that I have, and then 46 is the total, but I'm only showing 20. If I click show more, it shows 40. If I click show more, it shows the next 6. And if we check the network, we have only 3 calls, page 1, 2, and 3. And the third one only has the 6 items. That's perfect. And then one last detail, I would like to hide the 15 here. That should be the simplest part, but here, what's there? Possibly undefined. Why is that? Notifications future length or 0. Cool. So if we have a count that is greater than 10, then I want to say 10 plus. Otherwise, I want to show the count. Cool. And that's pretty much it. I think that's good. Yeah, and it marks it seen, or it can mark all as seen, and you can load more. And if you change pages, let's go to other pages and then come back here, it's still there. That's cool because it's the entry in the cache is not invalidated. It's well, perfect. That's it. It's gonna go to production, and I'm gonna link the commit to you in the description below. See ya. Hope it's helpful. Leave a comment below if you liked it or if you have any questions. Always a pleasure to hear from you. Ciao, ciao.